So I'm currently outside right now, going home, but I hit my bench PR on 4-count tempo pause bench of 270 for RP 9.5, and it's been like my first bench PR in a while. Maybe it's not as long as I think it is, but yeah, 270. My best is 265, I think. And I just checked my spreadsheet. That is indeed my PR for my 4-count tempo pause bench. My best was 265, and I've hit that for 9 before, RP 9. So hitting 270 for RP 9.5 is a PR, even though I could have hit 270 probably a while back, right? But I think there's a pattern that I've noticed with some lifts, some variations with both squat and bench. If I don't do it for a while and I go back to it, the first time I do it is usually the one where I perform better. And I think it's just because there's a fatigue element involved, where if I do the exact same motion, like for example 4-count tempo pause, right? If I do the same exact motion, my body gets used to it, but it accrues some sort of fatigue that will go away even if I don't do the lift anymore, right? Like I might be still benching a similar variation, but if I don't do that exact variation for a while, for a month or two, and go back to it, my body isn't used to it anymore, so it usually does better, as my point, right? So that's an interesting observation. So also, a side note, I attempted 335 front squat today, failed it. 320, I hit 325 was there, 330 maybe was there, which is my all-time PR. So 335 not there, but it's all good. It's good to attempt it, right? And I think my front squat is at a good ratio with my back squat. Like my back squat, probably if I did low bar today, probably wouldn't be at 415, 420, right? So 80% of that is, 415, let's say 420 times 8, right? That's 336, right? And so 330 was there today, so it's about 80%, right? So my front squat is about 80% of my back squat, maybe a little less. But yeah, very happy with my results of the bench. Front squat, it's usual. Didn't think I was gonna hit a front squat PR today, but I was right. And then I also did some deadlifts today. So I finished my workout at like 4:30. Like I finished my squat and my bench at 4:30, and then I had 30 minutes to do my deadlifts, and I did up to 425, and then I did a 355 for 2 sets of 5, and I only rested about 2 minutes in between those 2 sets. So the second set of 5 for 355 was RP 9. If I rested longer, it could have been RP 8 or 7 maybe. But also when I hit that 425 today, it was RP 9. Usually it's RP 8. So I'm a little still fatigued from probably squats and just deadlift in general, because I deadlifted sumo like 4 days ago. And it takes me a little longer to recover from deadlifts. So, but yeah. But I added the 2 sets of 5 to get some more volume in, right? I feel like if I deadlift just a little more often, like twice a week, but not do so much, I think it will benefit me from doing less often. At least I think that's the pattern I see. If I deadlift once every 2 weeks, right, I recover from that, from the deadlifting that I don't do, but I don't get enough practice from it, right? So I'm thinking of putting in some conventional once a week and then a sumo day, and sumo deadlift I recover a lot faster from, right? So that's kind of my plan, to do more deadlifts, just working up to a single, right? And especially sumo deadlifts, they don't fatigue me that much, so that's a good idea. But don't want to overdo it, because I also squat. But with my squats, I realized that, like I said in the last video, that I need to do lower RPE on my squats for half or more than half the days, like RP 6, 7 max. And then on the couple days of the week where I go for a heavy low bar single or a heavy low bar triple, like my main squat lifts, right? Then that's where I go RP 9 and 10. I can't go RP 8 or 9 every day and expect to go RP 10, thinking that my RP 8 and 9 days are my recovery days. Right? I legit need to be pretty far from failure multiple days in a row, like 3, 4, 5 days in a row, in order to have my body be ready for a high intensity squat max attempt. Right? And that includes if I deadlift that often too. Right? So let's say 4 to 5 days of recovery, kind of RP 6, 7 triples or singles, right? And then during those 5 days, I don't deadlift at all, or when I deadlift once, but I deadlift in the beginning of those 5 days, right? And if I do that, I'm able to, at the end of the 5 days, I'm able to hit low bar squat and be more ready for it. Weights will just move faster, right? So I really need to take recovery more seriously if I want to hit a 430 on my low bar again. If I don't do that, I can still hit like 410, 405 for sure. But I feel like my recovery is going to be eternally affected if I keep doing this. So I need to really have recovery in my mind and carefully do my squat sets and my deadlift sets and any accessories over 3 to 5 days. Do it carefully in order to be ready for a day where I can go harder, right? That's why the concept of daily minimum and daily maximum exists, that Greg Nuckols pushed for, is because having the daily min, if I just hit the daily min, right, for 5 days straight, and that's all I did for lower body, the 6th day, I'm for sure going to be more ready for a heavier squat, right, for most people. So that's the plan. Anyways, I think I'm rambling a little bit. I'm kind of just walking around downtown San Jose. People are going out right now, but that's not my thing, right? So, yeah, that's about it. And last thing to say, the 4-count tempo pause bench. It's a variation that I switched. Like I was gonna do 3-count pause bench today, but 3-count, I pause for basically 3 seconds, and usually it's not very fun for me. But more importantly, I don't see a carryover with 3-count pause over to my competition pause, right? Or to my touch and go. Like the pause is way too long, and I feel like that spot, if I do 4-count tempo pause, right, having control more of my weight and pausing like a regular pause, that has more transfer over my competition pause, right? And the whole point of you doing these variations is not just to do them, right? It's to do them so you get better at your main lifts, right? So that's kind of my plan. I'm gonna drop 3-count pause for a while for both squats and bench. I dropped it for squat already. So that's the plan. And yeah, pretty good workout today. Kind of rushed the deadlift a little bit, but I wasn't going for any PRs. So anyways, thank you all for watching and appreciate all the support. This is almost day 170, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Good. Attention all exercise methods. You have topic meetings remaining. Please start wrapping up your workouts and heading outside of the building. Thank you, and keep your mask on.